Right, so we've now combined both spreadsheets. So I've got my original Kmart export here and also with my subjects data as well, all in one. I'm now just going to quickly go through how I kind of make it look pretty and use what's called conditional formatting. I love a bit of color, so I'm going to start off and give this a bit of color. Brilliant. Going to make those titles bold, awesome. And what I also like are like lines. So Control A, select the whole lot, and I'm going to give these all borders. Makes it easy when people view and print, which is great. Biggest annoyance is when you scroll, you lose your headings. So just come into View, freeze pane, freeze top row. And if by magic it stops. So right now I'm just going to go through. The year is really important because we're going to sort that in a moment when we split it up into year 11, 12, 13. Ethnicity. All we're going to do here is we have a teacher who basically works with our Māori and Pacifica students. So to make life easier for her in terms of being able to identify students quickly, I'm going to use conditional formatting. So conditional formatting, highlight, and I'm going to say text that contains Māori, and we're going to, red looks negative, so we'll go for yellow. And I'm also going to do the same, highlight cells, same thing, text that contains Pacifica, and do that in yellow as well. So now the beauty of that is every single student who's Māori or Pacifica out of the 1,300 and whatever have been quickly identified, which is great. Periods percentage for the year, that's just Kmart's ugly way of saying attendance. So just rename these so that people actually can use them. Now we know that anything below 90% is a concern for us, so highlight cell rules, less than 90. Leave it with light red. Brilliant. So now once again, any dean that goes in, anyone under 90%, they know that they can check on them. Same with the unjustified period. Some people are keen to have a look at, how many unjustified periods are in there. You could come up with a figure there if you wanted to. Type refers to the type of student. RE is regular. FF is foreign fee payer. So we also want to highlight any foreign fee payers. For our international department, once again put those in yellow just to identify them. So quickly you can see any foreign fee payers. We've now got the different credits at each level. I'm going to add another column in here, insert, and I'm going to say the total credits towards level, and then I'll leave that blank for now because depending on what year level is, obviously depends whether you can carry 20 with it or whatever it is, or include level 1, level 2, level 3, but we'll talk more about that. Not achieved is a big thing for us, so if students have not achieved, we want to track that down and find out why. So highlight cells, so we'll say anything greater than 0 we will highlight. Now sometimes the conditional formatting leaves this red, so I'm going to clear the conditioning formatting from that cell. I don't know why it does it. I don't understand Excel. Moving on, level 1, excellence, merit, level 2, merit and excellence. So this is for students for like course endorsements. So let's highlight that. We can use it for positive. So anything greater than 49 credits for merit and excellence, we'll send green. Okay, so I think I've got my green here. I'm just going to clear the rules. And so I know straight away that, the student here has already got excellence endorsed at level 1, which is pretty cool, isn't it? But they are a year 12 student. However, like this one here, for example, I know that excellence endorsed. But yeah, I guess it's all dependent on the externals, but hey, it's just something else to look at on the sheet. We then have a look at the credits remaining internal and external, and I want to know how many are left overall. So total credits remaining, I'll add. Total credits remaining. And I'm just going to do a really simple formula in here. I'm just going to go equals, total credits remaining equals, and we'll go W2 plus, so the amount of externals plus internals. So I know that there are 90 credits remaining for this individual. Double click, carries it down, does all the sums for you, which is awesome. Number of enrolled credits. So basically, let's say I want to identify any students who are entered for less than 80. So less than, any student entered less than 80, we can easily pick them out. Some students are entered for less because I know this boy, for example, is in our Pegasus unit, which is our special needs, so it's not a concern. But the spreadsheet does highlight individuals such as, say, foreign fee payers that aren't sitting NCEA, or students that have joined us midway through the year. It also identifies issues where it's like, wow, I didn't realize they weren't entered for that many, so that's a catch-up. Credits earned percentage. This is, once again, an ugly way of saying pass rate or completion rate. So number of credits sat and number of credits gained. This is a number, but it's got decimals in it, so we will just want to remove those decimal places down to 0, and then we just get whole figures, which is great. Literacy numeracy, we want anything in here, conditional formatting, that says the word no. Text that contains NO. Once again, it will pull out those people, and we might need UE depending on the year level. And then I'll scroll across, and in here I'm basically going to ask it to highlight any students equal to 0. So here we are, coming up towards the middle of term 3, and we've still got students in courses. It just gets very annoying when teachers say, oh, but it's a portfolio. But yeah, we still want to be able to know which ones are sat in portfolios and which ones should we be worried about. So that's my conditional formatting done right there. Now, what I'm also going to do now is, after the completion rate, what we do is here, I'm just going to do a predicted credits. And we'll use a pretty crude formula. And we'll work that out once we've split the levels. So there's my setup. Let's give it a nice little save. You know, if you like doing kind of stuff where you center everything, that's me. I like doing that stuff. Highlight all of this, put everything in the center. It just makes it look tidy, beautiful. Alright, so I'm here. I keep saving as I go. I hate it when you lose work. So now I'm going to sort this by year group. Sort and filter, smallest to largest, sort. So I'm now going to highlight all the year 11 students on my spreadsheet. I'm sure there's possibly a quick way of doing it, but this is how I do it. Opposite mouse click, copy, put my tab in here, paste. And I'm going to highlight it all because you lose the formatting column widths. I'm going to re-hide the parent stuff that I'm not using this time round. I'm going to freeze the top row, freeze panes, freeze top row, and I'm also going to call this year 11. And I would go in and do year 12, year 13. But what it enables me to do now is this one here. We want to know the total credits towards level 1. This is a pretty simple formula because basically all credits count. So total credits towards level 1 equals anything at level 3 plus anything at level 2 plus anything at level 1. Enter. So I know that this person has 37 credits towards level 1. Because obviously they've got 37 credits, but let's see if the formula is correct. For example, this student here has 47 credits at level 1, 2 at level 2, which means they actually have 49 towards their level 1 qualification. So that's pretty cool. And what I can also do here, go back into my conditional formatting and highlight any cells greater than 79. And we'll fill them in green, and we'll be able to pick out students who have already got their level 1, which will be cool. Clear rules, selected cells. So I can scrub down here straight away. I've come across a student here. Here she is. She's already got those credits. So that's really easy for me to do. I don't need level 2, level 3. I haven't got many students multi-leveling. So I'll delete that just to reduce the cells down. So I've got my merit and excellence, total credits, all good, and then I can come here into predicted credits. Now the formula, like I say, is pretty crude, but has proven to be very accurate for us. Well, not very accurate, but about what is it, about 0.87 correlation, so it's a pretty robust. And all we're saying is let's take the total credits remaining and we're going to multiply that by their current completion rate. So completion rate, I can't click on it because it's part of the formula, so it'll be V2 in this instance, V2. Close that bracket, make sure that I don't get a massive 100, and I'm going to add any existing credits that they have towards level 1. So basically the formula, like I say, literally just takes the number of credits they've got remaining, internals plus externals. It multiplies it by their current completion rate. So if they're working currently at 75%, it takes that into account, and then it adds any credits that they have and gives them a predicted number of credits for me. I can zoom that down. So I know in this column here, predicted credits. So I'm interested in any student, so highlight cell rules, who's going to get less than, now we use like 95. You could just put in 80 and go from there. Let's put in 80, click on OK. What I can then do, once I'm in here, I can then just say sort. I can sort, I don't know, largest to smallest. So I've got some kids predicted to get ridiculous numbers. They've got their endorsement. So all our top kids are at the top, which is awesome. And then as I kind of scroll down through the predicted credits, I come across, students who are predicted, if their current rate, to get less than 80. So I can do a whole range of things in terms of with the deans. I used to go through, we have 6 houses, and I would previously kind of, separate each house. That took forever. So all I do now, I've taught people about filters. So I just highlight the whole lot and I just click the filter button. So the filter button basically adds filters, just like you think it would. Let's just put that in the middle. So now let's say, for example, the tutor group, I can actually select an individual tutor group to sort by, if that's what the individual dean would like, or I can basically do anything I want. I could just search for filter on Moldy, I could filter on attendance, I can filter on predicted credits, I can filter on individual subjects. So the filter thing becomes very personalized. But there's year 11 done. If I was going to go in now and do level 2, this is slightly different. I would just select my level 2s, so my year 12 students, for example. And the biggest difference here, I guess, is when we calculate. Let's just copy and paste that. I've got no header, so let's just go in and grab the headers. Copy back into here. I'm going to insert the copied cells. So here I am. We're back to here. Get rid of all of that. Hide, and all I'm looking at now is to view, freeze panes, freeze top row. So the thing we're now looking at is we want to work out the number of credits towards level 2. So what I'll do is I'll stop here and I'll start a new screen recording for how we're going to actually set up level 2.